This is homework 1-3, and this is question 8, also known as 3.2.13. So here we have a data set of values here, and we're computing the range and sample standard deviation for apparently this is strength of the concrete in PSI. Okay, so one thing that's neat here is that you have all of your data, but we can click this little blue box here and we can click open in StatCrunch because, you know, range is not something that's difficult to compute, but standard deviation is something that you do not want to compute by hand. The formula itself isn't terrible once you learn about it, but StatCrunch can do it literally in seconds. So to have StatCrunch do these calculations for us, we're going to go to Stat, we're going to go to Summary Stats, and we're going to click Columns because here these values are now put into a column. Columns go this way, rows go that way. So I have my Summary Stats, I'll click Columns. And I'm going to choose the variable, which is just variable 1, because that's the only column that I have. And I have to decide which of the statistics I want to calculate. Now, they wanted us to calculate just the range and the sample standard deviation. So over here, we're going to key through, and we want the range. And then I believe in mine, I have to press either Shift. Yes, it does say it here, either Shift or my little star key there to be able to choose another statistic that I want to calculate. So if I go here, we have unadjusted standard deviation, and we have, where's the other one? And we have standard deviation. Now, to decide which one to choose, right? Normally, standard deviation is either a population standard deviation or it's a sample standard deviation, right? So the standard deviation you see here is your sample standard deviation. The unadjusted standard deviation is your population standard deviation. So that's if we're dealing with the entire population. Here we are just dealing with a sample, and they actually use the word sample standard deviation. So we are going to use the standard deviation here. So I'm going to press Shift, and I don't want all of those, so let me click the other button. I'm going to try that little flower button because I only want, oh, there we go, the standard deviation, the little flower one. So apparently your second little thing here will get you just the one that you want. And I can click Compute. If you choose more, it's fine. Like if you can't figure out how to, just click those two separate. If you have, you know, even all of those, if you want to choose all of them, you just need to make sure that you pick the right one when you put in your answer. And click Compute. It's that easy. So what we have here now is we have the range, which is 1210. So I can go back over here and I can put in my range. So remember, range is just the highest value minus the lowest value. So my range here is 1210. Now again, you're going to have different numbers, so you'll have to run the numbers yourself in StatCrunch. And here I need to round my sample standard deviation to 1 decimal place, okay? So I'm going to go over here, and my sample standard deviation is 462.2. Now remember, when you're rounding, look to the right, and this is also a 2, so we're going to keep this 2 as a 2. If this number next to it were a 5 or above, I would round up. So 462.2 should be my answer. 462.2. And we are all set. So try that in StatCrunch. It makes your life a whole lot easier. Let me know if you